Hey, Rob Smith here. It's February 1st. Rabbit, rabbit. Okay, go to, there's the live. What's happening here? There we go. Yeah. Okay. And I was going to show something here, and I haven't done that. Yeah, I was showing yesterday on Facebook some of the. I've been wanting to get big fan of Al Hartley's work. Just storytelling doesn't get. This is strange. I just picked these up Friday. Friday. Oh God, he scrunched that in there tight. Why? Anyway, this is one I remember seeing at the Publix. Hold on, I can turn off. Dennis Waterman. That's a good idea. Hold on. Be quiet, Dennis. Go away. Yeah, where are you? Whoops. I don't always have the sound on here. Thank anyone who's coming here. If you get a chance, click the like button. I just got to turn the sound off. There we go. My brother's keeper. Hartley was a cartoonist who worked for Archie magazine. He did a bunch of different work. He did advertising, artwork, and just everything imaginable. You can see here's some Archie right there. Look at all these cool books, Jughead, of course. And these are all Christian books. At the time, Archie had expanded into doing comic books, or licensing out the characters so there could be some Christian comic books made, and Hartley was the one apparently behind doing that. Now, there were also some books being done by the same company, Spire. I remember seeing these at the Publix in the late 60s and into the 70s when I was little. And I didn't really think much of them, and of course, and we didn't have much money, so the idea, I think this was 35 cents, soon to be 39 cents. The price, I got these for about $2 each. But I wanted to see these, and these are not something you can find anymore. They're just gone. But I really like, and I know you have to kind of like the stuff, the drawing, and get into all that. His work reminds me in layout of another fellow named Alex Toth or Toth. Oh, there we go, Amanda McManus. How you doing, Amanda? Is this McManus out of Texas? McManus? Or another one? Anyway, I'm not sure. I don't know who people are. It's not like Facebook. Anyway, these were Christian comics that Hartley did, and he was just brilliant at knocking this stuff out. I don't think he got any money for this, really. I mean, he probably got a few bob, but I've got 17 I picked up Friday, each for about $1, $2 each, and I just think they're just outstanding work. Yes, this one is not very good shape. I didn't get them for good shape. I'm not getting them I'm getting them just to look at and share with others, too, other friends who remember this. But it was just really good at illustration. Now, that right there, that head's too big. That's what that is right there, too big. It's the one that didn't appear for nearly a year. Oh, okay. Where was I a year ago? Was I here and I'm going to be moving again, apparently, here in a few months. But anyway, I just think his work is just terrific. You can see, if you know the Archie work, this is a variation of an Archie type face. And you know what? Everyone who works on Archie tends to draw like Archie. My friend Stan Goldberg drew for Archie for years, and anything he did seemed to look like Archie. If you get into the swing of it, everything looks that way. Pat Boone, still with us. What is he, 92? 93? Still with us, and there he is there. And they did a whole slew of them. I mean, again, Archie Sunshine. Now, I picked up this, and I showed it here about 4 or 5 months ago. I think it ran me almost $7, but I was just tickled to find it. So getting these for this price is really good. I'm very glad. I also have Cross the Switchblade as part of this, and God's Smuggler. But he did all of these, and I don't know if he got anything for it, really. I think it was really to him. It was on. You're really forgot. Oh, please. Me and names aren't the best. People walk up to me and say, "Ah, don't you remember me from?" No, I don't. I admit it. 47 years of doing the caricature thing, meeting so many names, so many faces, so many people. Now, Adam McManus, I know, and Adam McManus is out of Texas. He's a radio. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. I got his Christmas card. In fact, that was a Christmas card. Actually, he accidentally sent me two. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not the best of names and numbers. If I start to interact with you a lot, then I may recall. Like, well, now I know him as Jonathan, but he does. Now I can't think of his site. He's got page here. I remember that. I just sent him some artwork in North Carolina. So I gotta get his name. Just really nice work. I mean, that's just some nice rendering here. It looks kind of goofy, but it really works. It's just really nice work. Cover could be better, but they also weren't printing. Hey, look, back then when you were doing this stuff, you're kind of knocking it out as fast as you could, and it was going onto a press, and you're never really quite sure what was going to print and what wouldn't. It was just the reality, especially when you're doing independent stuff like this. DC Marvel, they too were never sure, and I've done my share. I know how these things can look one minute, not look the next. Okay, now what to do here? And I've got pens. I've got a lot of pens. What's happening? Amanda, you're in no relation to Adam, is that right? His wife, yeah, his wife's something else, but he's got what does he have? But all of his children are too young. I don't think they're online yet. I could be wrong. What should I do? I'm sorry I'm coming in here without really, I'm looking at some pens here. No, it's not. I had one. Oh, here, it's over here, behind me. I was looking at it earlier. Not that one. Just a second. I had it here. How quick I lose these things. That's not either. Maybe I was just screwy. Here we go. Oh, let's try this. All right. Oh, good luck. I'm involved in so much. I admit I have too many friends, probably, is something else. What should I do? Well, moreover, what are you up to? What's something you see around you? Who's your favorite animal? Something like that. Just one word, that would be terrific. What have I haven't really communicated with anyone today. Oh, of course. Mad Libs. Oh, gosh. I didn't put the kitty out. If you've been here a long time, you know the kitties. And I didn't put them out. I was going to. They came across them. Oh, look, that means I'm not down far enough. There we go. Push that out a little bit. But I don't know if there's enough people here to interact. All right, then I'll fill it in. All right, I need my word box. Because I just need a word or two. And if you're remembering how I do things, and you remember that I just need a word or two. To every stream, I probably been to every stream. Um, it's horse. Well, that's what I did want that yesterday. Oddly enough, where is that? Is that in the printer? Maybe I think it's in the scanner right now. I can't get it out. Yeah, I did a horse. Oh, here it is. Yes, did this yesterday during the live I did over at Facebook. And I don't remember what. Oh, I started drawing the child, and this all came out. It was one thing followed the other. Let me get the kitties out of the way. Oh, let's try. See how this pen's working. Maybe I won't draw a horse again right now. And I just did it yesterday, even though I wasn't here. And I need to get back here a bit more, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to try to keep to the Sundays best I can. I should be able to be here next Sunday. I'll be at a historic Florida history event next Saturday. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making this up. Here, I'm going to... And thank anyone who's here. If you get a chance to click, of course, you need to see me do something, don't you? Give the chicken a beret. Just making it up. It just seems like the chicken needs a scarf. Thinking maybe a vehicle, even though I don't like drawing cars, which has caught me before. That which is difficult is not the things to do if you're doing it for fun, as I am right now. Uh-oh, lots of stuff on here. I think it was a Thursday last year. I don't know you in real life. Okay. I know a lot of people. Friend Jeff Brenneman's in hospital. Oh, I'm supposed to call him today. I'll call him right after this. My friend Kirsten Angel died. I guess it was Wednesday. Sorry about that. She's been a really good worker on projects we've done before. She's part of an old family here in Marion County, Florida. Very sad to see her go. In fact, she was wanting to go to city council and county commission meetings and monitor them. Now I ain't got no way to do it. I was thinking I'd sure like to do it, but I don't think I'm the right person. Well, nope, all I see is Adam McManus and Amanda, whatever. I don't remember folks very well. Unless there's a lot of interaction, especially if it's personal. Now, Jonathan's case, I don't know, he just started showing up. And he lives real near my stepdaughter. And that was a big thing, too. And he does paranormal page. What's the rest of it? If he shows up here, he can help remind everyone. He's got the chicken's got some label on. How's that looking up there? Looking okay. Yeah, that's actually why, like I was in Tallahassee on Tuesday. We have our legislative session going on. And while I was there, people were trying to introduce me to folks. And I really don't want to be introduced. Same as the school I taught on Thursday. You don't introduce people because I just won't remember them. And then they come walking up to me and say, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't know who they are. I just don't remember. So I discourage trying to meet folks. Yeah, I'm wondering if paranormal has power. I don't even know if my stepdaughter has power. A bunch of folks lost power here in Florida overnight. Now, I don't like drawing cars. I don't like cars. Four wheels and an engine set to explode upon impact is all a car is. Okay, this might be a big hint. I live out of the country. Well, there you go. Now, unless, of course, you're Augustine, but you're not, you'd say, I think, then you would approach it this way. Augustine, someone I've been connected with on the internet now for, golly, a good 20 years, I'd say. I have no idea. She's somewhere in Belgium, I believe. She's very nice to send me birthday notes and so on. Don't know her at all. Just comes across a very nice person. know, some sort of thing on the front of the car. Be one of these. Now, you know, since I know about especially historic preservation and structures, if I start drawing houses or whatever, I'll start getting into all the details, making sure it's structurally correct. And or if I draw a road, I'll start making sure all that's right. I don't know cars, so I just make it up. I don't care. For those that can draw cars, okay for them, but not me. So if things look goofy, that's because they look goofy. Trying to figure out what's coming up this week. Got a bunch at the end of the week starting on Thursday. Once I moved into college and I don't know you in real life. All right, yes, you just told me that. Just told anyone who's watching, in fact, about three posts ago. You're in college. All right. What are you studying in college? And it's not that I don't want to know, folks. It's just that I just don't. I'm not going to lie to you and say I remember you, because that's not right. That's wrong. Very upfront. Tell you just what I think. I'm not known for keeping my opinion to myself. Except I don't try to get into stuff too much here, though I easily could. Because I'm one who says I'm not sure why people go to college anymore. The jobs just aren't there. What are you going to do? And more folks going to college are just working at McDonald's. Sad, it's just true. Jobs aren't there. When I worked in government, that government job is gone along with everyone else's. None of them exist anymore. It just happens. Uh-oh, suddenly this is running out of ink. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I also have a problem. So maybe it's broken. Some people ask, how do I know so many people? And how do I remember so much about so many people? I don't know. I'd say if you're on here enough, if I come on here enough, that's a big key. I may know who you are at some point. And the reason I do these is because I wouldn't draw otherwise. I'm not one who needs to draw all the time. I see friends like Raymond Leonard, or I know about so many artists I know, illustrators, and they can't stop drawing. I heard that's true of Neil Adams, well, certainly one of my biggest influences and heroes of the comic book world. Adams couldn't stop drawing. I can. I love to research is what I like to do. But I've fashioned a meeting at the end of the week, which I hope is going to get me to get something done, even though I've done nothing with it today. Yeah, I don't know if I can get it done by Thursday. And this is a SIPA, right? I haven't used a SIPA, or no, it's a SAW. I haven't used a SAW pen 4 or 5 months, probably since whenever Amanda was here last. Maybe even longer than that. It's been a long time since I've used one of these. I think a lot of them are running out of ink, and I haven't been able to get more of them. I try to look for them, but I haven't seen them. Yeah, these are ones I picked up from Temu, and Temu's not the place to go for consistent anything. I've got some other pens, but not this. In fact, the SIPA I like to use, wherever they are. These, I haven't seen these either on there. So they come and they go, higgledy-piggledy. There's so much going on the last couple of years. I've kind of managed to reorient myself because I don't like a bunch of different changes. I like to keep things just as they are. But I've had to do that because I'm moving around and I can find some things and not others. So I'm doing a bunch of adapting. Something a lot of folks don't like to do these days, but I do. I can do it. I'm not great with it, especially if I have a lot of pre-planning. I can do it, but it's definitely not a strength of mine. Here's some papers flying out and a shirt. Of course, I'm not sure how that fits a chicken, but it's all making things up. It was fun teaching the young folks Thursday. We got into alligators to some extent. Nobody, when asking their favorite critter, nobody mentioned alligator. I think it came up in a different way. I was telling about alligators and dragons. And if you've been here before, you see me draw a dragon. And there's one of the teachers the next class wanted me to do the dragon again, so I did. And they've got all the drawings, and I guess you're going to give them out or do something with them. I don't know. Oh, STHJMS. Good evening. Indeed. I'm not even sure what time it is, wherever you may be, or not. It is evening, 7:24, 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. My radio self comes out there a little bit. And I don't know what's going on here. No idea. I should show chickens running away. That'd be funny. Some little dirt road somewhere. Henry, great name, Hank Henry. Big fan. Biggest. We have. Sometimes when I do a talk of Florida history, I do a talk on the 5 Henrys of Florida, because 5 Henrys had a lot to do with everything, really building up the foundation of our state to one degree or another. Henry's a good, strong name. That's how I can remember. Well, like if Henry keeps interacting or Amanda keeps out, and I keep coming on here, that's good. That's be good too. I should be here next Sunday. I do not believe I'll make Facebook next week because of the Pioneer Day. I think last year I was going to try to do a live from it, and that didn't work. I need help doing it. I'm by myself doing all this. There'll be people around, but trying to explain, well, you hold the camera while I draw. They'd say yes, but I really don't like bothering folks. Well, there goes the chicken, but here, let's put some heavier line on this. In fact, maybe we'll use this. This is a 7. Oh, no, this is an 8. Don't want to use an 8. Too thick. What we got here? We got here is a 7. Let's see if we can do that. Spot some blacks in here. Sinus have been going crazy today. And what's the temperature outside where you are? I think it's 30 something right now out where I am here in Florida. My intent is to get back to doing videos again, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to pull that off yet, with time being what it is. Oh, 34. Oh, there you go. Oh, are you in Florida too? Or maybe you're out west, out toward Texas or something. What do I know? Okay, let me get that. I have some projects I need to work on. I should do some of them here, but I'm not sure I haven't been able to get to them really because my life always is taking little twists and turns, and certainly has done that a number of times just this week. Going to Tallahassee was kind of last minute, and then on the trip to Tallahassee during it, my friend Randy asked me, "Can you teach some classes for me Thursday?" I said, "Okay." Now suddenly I was teaching classes Thursday, which means and I had to figure out what I was gets kind of set up for that and get some rest on Wednesday because Tallahassee, we were all over the Capitol, meet with legislators and sitting in hearings and all of that, bothering folks, trying to get some good legislation going. And then so these days I need to get some rest after a big day like that. It's not Tallahassee's not across the street. It's quite a few hours away. So I rested Wednesday, especially knowing I was going to have to teach on Thursday. So I got as much rest as I could. And it was all day, 7 classes. Usually I'm asked to teach, and I teach 1, 2 classes tops. 7 in a row was a lot, and I was really tired. Oh, this is Henry Munoz? That he I know. You don't have to tell me if this is Henry I know. If Henry this is you, I have to get that card. I'm doing a card for Rommel, and I need to somehow get it to somebody in the next few. First, I need to do it. I need to get it in a few days so people can start signing it for Thursday. Gordon Bennett. Because I've got to go take. Is this you, Henry, or am I talking about somebody? Is there just? I'm sure there's more than one Henry in Marion Oaks. So if this is you, Henry's a great guy, great guy. He was out picking up garbage along the road to beautify his area yesterday, I guess, in the cold weather. He's amazing. Is this you, Henry? Are you still there? he's he's quite something. But I need to cry. I'm not. There's nobody near me that's part of the group because I'm way over here northeast, up north of Ocala. So I don't know how I'm going to get this card so someone can sign it, and I got to still do it. I don't have to, but I've already talked over Cheryl what I was going to do. Oh, it's Henry Muniz. Good. Now Henry, Amanda, I don't, I don't remember. And what bothers me not remembering Amanda is I thought I would think I would. Maybe she changed her name because Adam McManus is a friend. Adam McManus, Henry, is a Christian political commentator over in San Antonio, Texas. And I forget how or when I first met him. We were working on some political cartoons years ago. He got into all kinds of trouble of some sort. It wasn't anything bad he did. It was just, you know how it is. When you get on the wrong side of things, and suddenly everything collapses. And I've certainly seen it. I've been part of different things like that. I was really surprised working with Glenn Beck that things didn't, well, working with Glenn, things didn't, I was surprised things went up, not, because he was certainly pressing buttons in Tampa when I first started working with him. He makes people real upset. I need to do something with this chicken. How can I draw a critter version of Henry? Oh, and I was wearing vest all day in Tallahassee because I don't like the heat, so it was cool enough I could wear it. Henry always wears a vest, and so I rested most of Wednesday and was trying to recover from Tuesday and get ready to teach on Thursday. Randy Osborne asked me to teach at his Cal Christian Academy, so I was told it was art classes. It wasn't. Some were art classes, some were just classes, some were not. So I was teaching art, I was teaching Florida history, I was all over the place. But I wore the vest. I basically picked up the vest and took it with me to the Academy Award all day. Let's see. If I was to draw a critter, that looked like Henry, see where this goes. It had to be one that would have a beard. It was great teaching Florida history Thursday, talking about Seminole Indian Wars, and I mean these young people had never, this is all foreign terror. I mean, where Christian Academy is. It's just down the street from Fort King. A few had been there, but they couldn't put it in any context. Who can I get the card to, Henry? I know I don't have much time. Wasn't able to work on it today. I'm actually supposed to be doing something totally different, something I do every year for Swampy's, Florida. And last year I was moving and I couldn't do it. A bear, a coat. Well, I'm not sure what this is turning into. Oh, I taught him how to draw a bald eagle. And I was showing how it's hard because bald eagles look mean. I was very glad. Of course, these were mostly smarter students because it's a private school. I guess I could make it a bearish. It's a chicken. Yeah, I discussed with Cheryl what I was going to do on that because I wasn't sure where he's going or what's going on with him. So we kind of filled in the gaps there, and I know what I'm going to do for the card. So I got to sit down. I'll tell you what, Henry, I got to lose some weight. I should, but try Sherry or Frank. Yeah, but they both live. I don't know who Sherry is, but I know. Hold on, is that Sherry the one who lives in Silver Spring Shores? That's where you heard Kirsten Angel died. That was, she just came to our meeting. It'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And I sat right beside her. I was getting people signed in, and she was so happy to be there. She was so, and I'm so glad because that was basically her last trip outside. Folks need, like someone like Amanda, who's apparently in college, young and lots to learn about the world ahead of her. But treat each visit as it could be your last, because it could be your last. And that was the case. Because what happened with Kirsten was she just, and I forget the order. There was like one thing went wrong, which led to another thing that went, I mean, it was a domino effect. And she died. It was most unfortunate. And I'll be, so Thursday, I'm meeting with Leah Taylor. I don't know if you know Leah or not. She's been telling me about this book, Living Good. So this guy who says his real last name is Living Good. Yeah, and then you'd think he's then trying to strip you of a few $1,000s, but apparently this guy's legit. He lives around Raleigh, North Carolina, which is not a legit area. But what I see is it works, and I want to get it for my stepdaughter, who's we were thinking a medical person said that she has lupus, but something Leah clued me in on is that doctors, when especially women go to doctors and say there's something wrong, the first thing they'll say, or if they can't figure it out, the last thing they say really is you have lupus or a version of lupus. I didn't know that. And I think my stepdaughter was happy to hear that because she's been really nervous. She's 41. It's not that she can't have it, but there's no family history of it at all, and there is something genetic about it. Now, our friend that joins us often here, Missy Busby, that's a different thing. How should I draw this? I should make this look like. But I want to get this living good stuff for all of them, for Missy, and I don't know if Missy's going to follow. She's got a regimen she's got to follow. But Amber and I have another relative, Angie Thomas, who is looking for help, and I think this is the way to go. I'm going to have to squirrel away somewhere to do Rommel's card. Give you a little tail back here, a little bear tail. Listen to me. Did you go to church today? I'm curious. I follow a fellow. He goes by the moniker Ernest T. Bass Review, like from Andy Griffith, and he and his father run a church way north of Virginia, a little teeny place. I mean, this you could probably get 4 of these churches inside the hall at Marion Oaks Community Center. It's a little church. It's all rock. It's a beautiful looking thing. It's just perfect. And they're up in the mountains there. Anyway, he was posting how, and I've been in communication with a few others, that folks just stayed home because it was too cold for them. And where my stepdaughter is, and where Ernest T. Bass Review is, it's been, and my stepdaughter can't get out of her driveway. And she's wondering if she's going to get out by March at the way things have been going. And she's got a bunch of little children to worry about. Was she joining us or Facebook last? I think she joined here last week. That's so nice of you to help pick things up off the road, and you got to watch your health, buddy boy. I'm using a pen that's really running out of ink, if that's not obvious. But Frank lives, yeah, it's what I need. I need to get out and get, I was going to go out to hiking trail today. But yes, no, actually I could have. I had some things I had to do here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I made it look like a human hand. I shouldn't have done that if I'm doing bears. And actually that leg's too small for what I was doing. Yep, I've got to, I was very upset. I've been not eating, well, I was talking to Busby about this. I've been not eating much because the trip to Tallahassee, and then Wednesday, and then teaching the classes. And what else was happening? But I haven't been eating much, and I weighed myself at a Publix somewhere. I was in Inverness, and I was very disappointed to see my weight had really not moved a lot, dropped a few pounds. But Melissa, I think, pointed it out correctly. I've been doing so much. I've been back to building up some leg muscle. But tomorrow I need to squirrel away somewhere and do Rommel's card, or it won't get done. All right, this pen is a dead soldier. I mean, how? Oops, that's a little too thick. Because you all meet. Where are you going to be? Are you going to? Are you going to the meeting tomorrow night, in Marion Oaks, or coming to the meeting in Ocala? Here's why they need to. There needs to be a working out between these two groups now. The one in Ocala is not far from me, so I don't have far to go. As compared to, I mean, it's maybe 10, 15 minutes as compared to the hour it takes to get to Marion Oaks. So but there needs to be, to make sure both groups survive, they need to divvy up their schedule. Sheila's just adamant that it has to be every week. Listen, I helped start this group. I'm saying, no, don't do that. Balance out with what's going on with the group in Ocala. You see Cheryl's supporting that Ocala one, Marion Oaks, and AFP, and I'm guessing she may move up to Rommel's post, which seems a little quick, but I think that's what's going to probably happen, or maybe not. You don't know. What do I know? Oh, here's a pen I was looking for. Nope, that was definitely a dead soldier. Okay. These pens I used to be able to get all the time. They're no longer sold on jetpens.com. And I don't go to Hobby Lobby. They were being sold there, but that's a little frustrating because these are good pens. All right, I still need a pen. Well, maybe I'll use this little. I was inking the Christmas print with this one. Did you get one of those, Henry? Marion Oaks tomorrow. I wish I could get this to y'all then. The Rommel card, so you can sign it there. Because some that go to that won't be able to go to the event. I don't want it to be a scramble to try to sign it. And I've got to get you. I got to get it before that because I won't get to Rommel's thing till late. Because I've got everything arranged to go meet with Leah. We're going to go over this Living Good, but we're also going over something else I'm working with her on. I'm going to keep a little bit of a secret, but I'm pretty tickled about it. But then I need to tour her through the Marion County Museum of History and Archaeology. By the way, if you'd ever like to do that, let me know. I'll arrange it. So you can do that. I wish there was someone near here that was going to that meeting tomorrow night. Oh, wow. Okay, this is, what I like about this pen is if you put it up to the light, you can see it's out. Oh, God, yes, it's very much out of ink. Okay, so these are hard to find. You used to be able to find these everywhere. These are, no, it's not Stabilo. I forget the name of it. I can't even read it. But anyway, my friend DK, Des Kaminsky at DK Art Supply in Leesburg has them. But they've gotten really expensive. They used to be like $1 or $2. Now they're $4 or $5 each. Good, I don't need them all the time because that would be a problem. Let's see how this is working. Ooh, this is as bad as the other. Oh boy. Call Frank. Well, Frank would have to come meet me. And I think Frank's in Marion Oaks, isn't he? I don't know if I have Frank's number. There's that too, and I can't look it up because I'm using my phone to do this. Would you send me Frank's number? If you got it. Because I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I'm not sure. So there's a kind of some sort of critter version of Henry with a vest. Of course, I have buttons on my vest. Yeah, this is a goner too. I throw these away so I stop picking them up. Looking ridiculous. Boy, my sinuses are bad. Yeah, you can send it to me through Facebook or texting or whatever. If I can figure out if you can meet me somewhere tomorrow, because it won't take me too long. I know I've got in my head what I want to do. Well, I may also need to talk to Cheryl. My situation is about to change again. I'll tell you next time I see you. But I need to kind of think I might need to do some more work with AFP again, if that opportunity is still there. I've got my issues. I'm not that speed thing that they're pushing is very anti-conservative, very anti-Tea Party. Just as AFP cherry picks what they want to support, so do I. But I don't have the power or the money. But still, I think I'll put a turtle here just because. And by the way, I can always speak to the Tea Party. Just let me know. I think I'll give him a little bowler hat. Oh, my. Frank. Well, thank you, Henry, for all you do. I wish you'd meet. Do you know Ernie Walden? We were talking about you a bit on during the Tallahassee trip. Okay, let me see. I'll try to keep this still so folks are following along. And I'm on top of a board that's on a metal thing that's holding this up. Oh, when I saw Stan McLean, I it wasn't Frank that was with us. I had a copy. It was Ernie. Had a copy of my Gopher Tortoise book, which I never advertised. God, I gotta get myself straightened out. And I was talking. I was going to give one to Ernie, and then in the end, I handed it to Stan because Stan he's learned about Gopher Tortoises. Probably hand one of his grandchildren. I hope he looks at it. That was the idea. Thank you, Mr. Munoz. You're a fine gentleman. And, I really do respect you. That's something Ernie always says. And I don't say it enough to folks, but yeah, I greatly respect you, Henry. You are a man of integrity, as Ernie says about folks. And you are. Still upset with you. I had that big thing of books, and you went and rolled the. I don't know how I didn't even see you do that. I had no idea. There you are with your little health issues, and I'm. You roll that thing right. It was a big old cart of books I'd brought, and for folks to kind of pick what they wanted. Henry said he'd take the rest of them for a meeting at the next day. So I said, but Henry, you don't take them. I'll roll them out to your car, and you can take them off and all. But so while I wasn't paying attention, he rolled it out himself, took the books off, and came back. Oh, heaven's sakes. I still have a bunch. Randy's taken a bunch of the books. He's a bunch of the encyclopedia sets, in fact, the biblical encyclopedia sets. Oh, here, let me show you this. I'm actually taking this to. Taking this to Randy. This is volume 1. It's part of a 3-volume set. The story of the Bible. And there's a lot of details on it. Look at that. You imagine putting this artistically, putting this together and then trying to print this. Now, obviously, I'm not clear if this is being rubbed off or something rubbed on top of it. And I'm not going to play around and figure it out because I'm afraid I'll damage it. Though I know part of this is inlaid with this gold thing. I don't want to get the black ink on it. But, and this is to Elsie, 1941. And this is volume one. There's three volumes. Mike Slicker, the antiquarian book expert here in Florida, he looked at this one and he said this is a very rare set, and he doesn't like dealing with these big books because they're so hard to send. Look at that. And told by leading living writers of authority. I'm sorry, it's four volumes. So Randy's got three. This is the fourth one. And this starts off Genesis to Kings and Wise and Company, New York. But apparently this is, and this is from 19. It says she put 41. I think this is something much earlier. But anyway, it's there's a lot of illustrations, a lot of photographs. It's here a chronology of the. You know how to say that better than I. Pentateuch, I believe is correct. Of course, I always go German. Lot of work. The interesting thing is the color. It's not full color. It's spot color. Hold it. Learner's education point. Hi, sir. Can you please help me? I'm fixing an already done portrait, so I have to submit at 8 a.m. on 10 now, and India is 6:22. I don't know how to help you, kiddo. Some paper to get it done. Oh, it wasn't easy. Yeah, this is a heck of a printing project. But anyway, what Mike told me to tell Randy. Randy told me that the other volumes, some of the other people, teachers, and all, been drooling over them. But he said, and here he can do this at his school. He can put this. The thing is to put it away where folks can't get to it. It's a display thing. Something Mike Slicker told me was involving old books. I may have said this to you. Is a lot of people buy old books like this not for their contents, but just because they look old and they look neat in their office. So it's basically like buying some furniture. They don't really read them. But Mike said, yeah, Randy should put these somewhere very nice, out of the way, and so hopefully this lasts future generations. It's just an enormous amount of work. I mean, look at all this reading too. Again, this amount of reading was popular, or popular. It was popular, but it was also frequently done, popular or not, basically prior to the late '60s, the '50s, '40s, '30s, '20s. This was just common, and these the columns were very common, and not just in books, but also in newspapers. And folks would just read this without a thought. Today, most people would never, ever, ever read this. I wish I could scan some of this in, but I just don't have time. But there's a nice. This is the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. That's a really nice. I'm having to tilt it because I can't get it in sideways. I've got the arm of the thing holding the phone in the way. Very nice work. Ruth, Samuel. So I love that there are maps in here. Really good maps too. Not playing around stuff. I guess learners probably came in here and left again. But how am I supposed to fix the portrait? I'm fixing an already done portrait. Well, that just contradicted. How are you fixing something already done? It's either done or not done, and you can't fix what's already done. You could change it, alter it, and redo it, but why would you do it by 8 a.m. and it's 6:22? You just and anyway, sounds like if it's India, I don't trust those folks at all. They swipe more work and use it for their own. So who knows? It's just I just amazed how people don't understand how he. And obviously, this person is an artist type, or they wouldn't be asking a dumb question like that. I let you know exactly what I think. I don't hold back stuff. That's a dumb question to ask when you have a. And I think they probably swiped it, some swipes thing or something. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to give this to Randy, and he'll have all four volumes. And what time is it? 7:55. Maybe that's all I'll do tonight. Oh, did you see? I don't know if you were here earlier, Henry. I picked up. You see these Spire comics I picked up Friday? It's by an artist named Al Hartley. Oddly enough, he didn't sign this one. It's not on there either, but these are all here. Al Hartley. And he was doing Christian comics for Archie Then it broke off to the Spire Comics, and I remember growing up with these in the Publix on the spindle rack. And my friend Melissa Busby, I can't remember if Missy said she remembered it or not. She remembers the spindle rack, and they had all these Christian books on it. It's the first time I'd seen copies of The Gospel According to Peanuts was in that spindle rack by Robert Short. And I'd see it all the time, and I wanted to get it, but my mother, we couldn't afford it. We could afford book comic, and this was not $8. I got these for less than two each. But my intent is to share. And these are really, this is interesting. Tony Tallarico, my friend Laurie Tallarico. Um, I'll see her here shortly, doing a book for her. Anyway, just some great artwork. Really good storytelling. I've always admired his cartooning, and I've been wanting to get a couple of copies. Well, this guy in Inverness was selling 17 of these books. Here's the story of Andre Crouch, for example. I don't want to take these prices off because it's confusing. I couldn't afford 12 if it was $12 each, but I could afford all 17. So it was $35 for 17 of them. That's a really good deal. And moreover, I can share these with others. But I want as much as, but it's also to share, and also for someone like Melissa and I and others my age group who remember these being in the stores when we were little, because these were all out in the late '60s, early '70s. But really nice work. I mean, just this day, how drawing this tambourine, getting all three figures, that's not all that easy. It looks easy because of how it's done, but it actually isn't. It's really nice work. There's one here I need to open. I haven't opened yet, and it's really got some fantastic. Here, this one. I've seen pages from this, and I've never. These young folks are ascending, but it's the. This is illustrating biblical verse and how you do that. Well, it's not just like drawing superheroes. You're trying to draw something different than that. Very nicely done. In fact, I've never seen a superhero book look like this. Just fascinating illustration work. Al Hartley. Al Hartley doesn't get his due. This was a discussion on Facebook on one of the pages. Comic book historians, I think. And the question was, why isn't he being paid attention to? He got into his Christian work, and people don't regard that as being work or anything. So he's kind of discarded, and I think that's unfortunate. In fact, on that comic book historians, a lot of folks tend to comment, and in this case, they didn't, I notice. Because people need to calm down. It's not like, just because you look at this, you are now. If I don't want to be converted, I can't look at this. I'm going to get converted. No, stop it. Don't be silly. I didn't finish the turtles. Well, that'd be a good idea. Again, the most fascinating thing I got out of those 7 classes I taught on Thursday, that not one student knew what a comic strip is. I would wonder if Amanda, who was here earlier, knows what a comic strip is. I would guess she does not. Mom and Dad don't bring the newspaper home for the children to grab it and take out the comics, so they don't know what they are. Now, I first experienced that when I talked to a Boys and Girls Club in Brunswick, Georgia, about 12 years ago or so. And every time I ask, I still get that same reaction today. It's not just that they're not reading nothing. The other thing about learners, education, since no one else has posted anything text-wise, I'm not sure Henry's still here, but folks who ask questions like this are also basically looking for me to do their work for them, which I won't do. I give away enough, as Henry knows. I'm giving away that card I'm doing. I don't need to give away to someone who's probably going to make some money off of it and never credit me. I don't need credit, but speaking of which, I don't need credit as I sign my name. Good luck reading it, though, when I get done. Next Saturday, I'll be in Melbourne at the Pioneer Day. I'll be actually north of Melbourne at a place called Sam's Point, drawing free happy animal drawings, donating all of it, donating the 3 hours to get there, 3.5 hours to get there. donating the 4 hours drawing, and then it's still 3.5 hours back. All kinds of donating. I think this pen doesn't have much ink. So I definitely put my time in. Free stuff. I mean, Randy was complaining about that. Everybody does. I donate too much, but I like to. Okay, put the rest of the. Pen dry. I'm gonna throw this away as soon as I'm done here. Whoa, I don't know if I'm gonna even get that far. Kind of getting a gray effect. I'll try to make sure I post this artwork here. I did artwork last week here, and I did not post it. In fact, I just scanned it before this. I didn't realize the week turned out very different than I thought. Yeah, I guess a week ago I didn't really know I was going to Tallahassee. There was talk about it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to go. And then the school thing came up. Yeah, get that a little darker. Even though it's kind of a gray. Let's give it a little more. Okay, I need to get a hold of Frank. It's probably too late to get a hold of Frank even this 8. See if I can meet with him somewhere tomorrow before the meeting so he can take the card with him. Of course, I don't even know where the paper is I'm going to use for that. Henry or Amanda, or if y'all would like this drawing, I'll give it to you free because you commented. I'm sorry some folks who've been with us before aren't here. I'm sorry, Andrea. And what's good about gray brush or gray pens like this or gray brush, however you want to look at it, is that you can do a little tree scene. It's so gray you can't really see it. But that's exactly what you want. You don't want it standing out too much. I do not know what's got me all stuffed up, and I'm enormously stuffed up. Oh, there it goes. Last gasp of pen there. All right. Hopefully that's okay for what it's worth. A little darkness here and there just to kind of help pop a little bit. Especially this turtle in the foreground. Doesn't really stand out very well. But you don't want to stand out too much because you're trying to get a little better sense of space, you know. Foreground, middle ground. Well, Henry here is kind of in the almost in the foreground as much as in the back. It's not in the back. So these little tree things I've done are in the back. looks a little better. Yeah, it'd be best just to put that black. This makes a little more sense. The door's open. I don't know why. Just something to do. Okay, that's all right. I guess it'll do. Yeah, let me know what you think of this. If it's any good, hopefully I'll be posting this here in the next couple days. It might even, oh, there we go. That's a little better. Put it over there. It's even better still. Oh, I can't tilt this arm thing. All right, thank you very much for watching. Ralph Smith here. If you get a chance, if you like this, thumbs up. I appreciate it. And hopefully next Sunday at 7 p.m. I'll be back. And I'd love to get back here some more. Actually, I should do that Rommel card and work on it here. Maybe I will tomorrow. We'll see. All right, thank you very much for being here. I'll see y'all later. Ralph Smith. Have a good night. Listen to my voice. I'm still tired still. Take care. Good night. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea. I might do it live here. And let me see if I'll call Frank right after this. All right. Take care. Have a good night. And thank you very much, Henry. Bye bye.